This is the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Top flight competition between teams from Houston-area high school.
Seattle man.
Seattle man.
Now, here's the man with the question, Chip Beal.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. And today we feature teams from Second Baptist High School and South Houston High. Welcome, players, and good luck to both teams. This sound means you're right. This tone means your answer is deemed incorrect. And this sound, the end of each quarter. The warm-up round begins with this, a 5-pointer. It would be prudent for Earthlings to find some other home around 7 billion years from now, as that's when the Milky Way will be smashed up when it collides with what neighboring and larger galaxy?
Second Baptist, Mitch. Andromeda.
Andromeda is right, Mitch. You've gotten Second Baptist on the scoreboard. For 10 points, this unlikely term entered the lexicon of physics to describe the bizarre formation of pockets of cold superfluid helium-3 within normal liquid helium-3. What is this two-word culinary term originally used of a dessert of meringue cooked around ice cream? Let's see if this week's audience is as culinary as last week's. Anybody know? Baked Alaska is right. Okay, for 5 points. Identify the grammatical error in this sign at a Moscow monastery. You are welcome to visit the cemetery where famous Russian and Soviet composers, artists, and writers are buried daily except Thursday. What is the grammatical error called?
Second Baptist, Brant.
Dangling element.
South Houston.
In time, Rebecca.
Run-on sentence.
No, it's a misplaced modifier or dangling modifier. No score for 10 points. In the Middle Ages, what was the term for the 23 states in central Italy ruled directly by the Pope?
Second Baptist, Tom.
The Papal State.
The Papal State. Right you are. I have a visual question now for 5 points. Look at your screen, please. She withdrew from the public eye last year, but remains one of the most photographed women in the world.
South Houston, Aaron.
Princess Di.
Princess Diana of Wales is right, and South Houston is now on the scoreboard. For 10 points, Congress may reevaluate the status of baseball as a business rather than a game following the major strike which effectively ended the season. Baseball's current status as a sport exempts it from what type of law?
South Houston, Kyle.
Antitrust law.
Antitrust, that's the term we needed. 3 very big numbers are the number of stars in the known universe, the number of possible positions on a chessboard, and the number of protons in the sun. For 5 points, which one of those is at least a quadrillion times larger than the other 2?
Second Baptist, Mitch.
Number of protons in the sun.
Is correct. For 5 points, what's the northernmost state in the Mountain Time Zone?
Second Baptist, Mitch.
Idaho.
Actually, that's in the Pacific Time Zone. South Houston?
Aaron.
North Dakota.
Montana stretches a bit farther north. For 5 points, plants falling into these 3 classifications: xerophytes, hydrophytes, mesophytes, have been so designated by their need for what?
Second Baptist, Tom.
Water.
Water, yes. For 5 points. You figured it out. Our music question now for 10 points. Name the country artist featured in this, one of her recent hits.
South Houston, Aaron.
Reba McEntire.
Not Reba.
Second Baptist, Mitch.
Mary Chapin Carpenter.
Not her either. It's Wynonna Judd singing Girls with Guitars. For 10 points, despite speculation, Hillary Rodham Clinton couldn't be White House Chief of Staff. It's illegal. What president, incensed by Robert Kennedy's...
Second Baptist, Brant.
Johnson.
More specific?
President Lyndon Baines Johnson.
Is right. Appointment. Kennedy's appointment had Congress make it illegal for a president to appoint a relative to cabinet. For 5 points, which two U.S. states border Mexico's Baja California?
Second Baptist, Mitch.
California and Nevada.
South Houston, Aaron.
California and Arizona.
You got them both, and South Houston takes the lead. For 10 points, what documents were in question during the Supreme Court case New York Times Company versus United States? What documents?
In time, ring again, please.
Mitch.
Mitch.
The Pentagon Papers.
Pentagon Papers is right. For 5 points, the San Andreas Fault periodically lets rip because the Pacific Plate slides past the North American Plate at a steady rate of 4.7 of these units every year. Are these units angstroms, microns, centimeters, meters, or kilometers?
Second Baptist, Tom.
Centimeters.
Centimeters, another 5 for Second Baptist. I have another visual question for 5 points. What company is represented by this advertising?
Second Baptist, Mayron.
Greyhound.
Greyhound bus, of course. Well, you can't get much easier than that. Here's a 10-pointer. Which Major League Baseball team's last World Series title happened in 1908?
Second Baptist, Mayron.
Chicago White Sox.
South Houston, David.
Chicago Cubs.
It was the Cubs. And that closes the book on the warm-up round. We'll be back and play the bonus round. Meet the contestants after you watch this. Welcome back. The score is 55. It's been adjusted. 55 for Second Baptist, 30 for South Houston. We will now meet the outstanding contestants on today's program, starting with Second Baptist School. The captain is Mayron Masumi, a senior. He's a member of the Key Club of the Model United Nations and a varsity tennis player. Tom Browning, a junior, is National Honor Society secretary and editor of the literary magazine and also a Key Club member, as is Mitch Little, a sophomore, also Model UN, JV football captain, and a member of the wrestling team. Or is it captain of the wrestling team? Which are you captain
Oh, it's just captain of the football team.
Captain of the football team, okay? Brant Leiby, a freshman, is a member of the Key Club. Their alternates, Catherine Brown and Dan Fennell. Their coach, Rebecca Larkin. That's the team from Second Baptist School. Their opponents from South Houston High School. Meet the captain, Kyle Johnson, a senior, a National Merit semifinalist, a violoncellist, and member of the Latin Club. Rebecca Wilson, a senior, is a Rensselaer Polytech Institute medalist, a Bausch and Lomb medalist, District 13 Student Council treasurer, yearbook editor-in-chief, National Merit commended student. Aaron is next. Aaron Roberts, a junior, has been in the wind ensemble for 3 years. For 2 years, a band officer. What do you play, clarinet?
Bassoon and flute.
Bassoon and flute. Latin and German club member as well. And David is next. David Yonda, a sophomore, member of the academic Octathlon group, the UIL math team, and Mu Alpha Theta. Their alternates, July Dodson, Deanne Montgomery, and Misty Youngblood. Their coaches, Diane Fernandez and Craig Hicks. That's the team from South Houston. The Texaco Star Academic Challenge judges. First of all, from the University of Houston's Department of Physics, Professor Tom Hudson. And Mr. Mike Mastandria, Executive Director of Marching Auxiliaries of America. Their decisions are final. The players are now ready for the all-important bonus round. Players know the rules, so here we go with a 10-point toss-up. He's recently taken up gardening on Mars. The terraforming of the red planet is the subject of his book, The Snows of Olympus. Who is this 77-year-old, now living in Sri Lanka, as well known for his contributions to space science as for science fiction?
South Houston, Kyle.
Asimov.
No, Asimov is no longer among the living. Second Baptist? The answer is Arthur Clarke. For 10 points, what locomotive, according to the train song, made many stops from the waves of the Atlantic to the wild Pacific shore?
South Houston, Kyle.
Southern Pacific.
That's the Southern Pacific. Second Baptist?
Mitch.
The Chattanooga Choo Choo.
No, but that's certainly a part of a train song. Audience, tell them. The Wabash Cannonball. For 10 points, what is distinctive about the females of the caribou and the reindeer in relation to other deer?
South Houston, Aaron.
They have horns, antlers.
Female caribou and reindeer are the only female deer that have antlers. So, Kyle, Rebecca, Aaron, and David huddle together. This is your business bonus. Here's a 5-pointer. A premium is the sum of money paid to buy what kind of policy?
Insurance.
Sure, insurance for 5 points. No answers from the audience, please. For 10 points, in what city is the American Stock Exchange located?
New York.
It is in New York, right. As is the New York Stock Exchange, right, Kyle? For 15 points, and the lead, at what point in the real estate selling procedure is payment made and ownership transferred?
When the deed is received.
What is the term for that point, however?
Transferal.
Second Baptist, do you know the term? If so, you'll be back in the lead.
Pass
Don't need
your
to-
answer down.
Pass your answer down to Mayron.
Deed.
No.
That's at closing. No score on that one. Here's a 10-point music toss-up. Perhaps the most famous operatic use of music for this dance was in Mozart's Don Giovanni. Listen and name the type of dance.
South Houston, Kyle.
Waltz.
Second Baptist, Mitch.
Foxtrot.
No, not the foxtrot. It's the minuet. 10-point math toss-up. Get out your pencils here. A rectangular solid has a length of 8 inches, width of 6 inches, and a height of 3 inches. Find the total surface area for 10 points and the bonus. And to break that tie.
Second Baptist, Tom.
144 units cubed.
Well, that's not the answer. We're looking for the total surface area, and you'll have a little bit more figuring time. South Houston.
South Houston, Aaron.
132 units cubed.
We're not looking for cubic units. We're looking for square units for surface area. 180 is the answer. For 10 points, Ulrich Zwingli, a priest from which country led the Protestant Reformation there? Zwingli.
Second Baptist, Tom.
Poland.
Not Poland.
South Houston, Aaron.
Germany.
Closer, Switzerland. For 10 points, add the atomic numbers of the following elements: helium, lithium, and beryllium. And what is your sum?
South Houston, Kyle.
9.
9 is right, Kyle. And South Houston is in the lead. We have a musical terms bonus for you, South Houston. For 5 points in music, the interval between a fundamental tone and the eighth above it is called what?
Halftone.
No. Second Baptist.
Key.
The interval between a fundamental and the eighth above it is the octave. No score on that one. Here's a 5-point toss-up found in a tree's xylem. It's a liquid made of mineral salts and sugars. What's it called? Very common word.
Second Baptist, Brant.
Sap.
And the word is sap. Right. All right, Second Baptist, this is a kangaroo word bonus. A kangaroo word is one that has within its letters a synonym that reads from left to right. Given the word somber, for instance, you would come up with the answer sober. Okay? We'll give you 5 seconds to work out the 5-pointer and 10 seconds on the 10-pointer and so forth, okay? Within each, the letters of each word is a synonym that reads from left to right, okay? For 5 points, deceased. You have 5 seconds.
No, just,
You need to ring in, Mayron.
Dead.
Dead is right. You may consult your teammates if need be. For 10 points, and the lead, deliberate. You have 10 seconds.
Berate.
not berate. No?
Debate.
South Houston?
Debate.
Debate is right for 10 points. So endeth the bonus round. We'll be back to play 60 seconds in a moment, and these categories: sailing, science, Spanish and French, and the secret category. Well, this is the lowest scoring first half of the season, but it is a close match, as you can see. 65 for Second Baptist, 75 for South Houston. Questions used on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge are provided by Questions Unlimited of Columbus, Ohio. Here's how we play 60 seconds. Players, you're going to pick a subject. We're going to give you 60 seconds to answer as many 10-pointers as you can. When time has expired, that's it. The second team may take a shot at any questions the first team misses. And if you sweep the category, we'll give you a 20-point bonus, which has been known to win some games. Who trails? Second Baptist by 10 points. So, Mayron and company, what have you decided on?
Mystery category.
The mystery category is 1994. Start the clock. Here we go. Ernesto Cedillo was the winner in which country's controversial presidential election? Ernesto Cedillo.
Brazil.
Illegal immigration from which two Caribbean nations created a crisis for the Clinton administration?
Cuba and Haiti.
Which airline recently experienced its fifth deadly crash in as many years?
U.S. Air.
Which Canadian province elected a separatist party to govern it?
Quebec.
The troubled Republic of Chechnya is part of the former what?
Soviet Union.
Soviet Union.
In June, Russia joined other Eastern Bloc nations by becoming a partner of which 16-member alliance that was originally created in 1950 to combat Soviet aggression?
NATO.
Because of restrictions on catching what type of fish in Oregon and Washington, President Clinton declared an emergency to aid those who have lost their jobs.
Whatever.
Tuna.
Singer Harry Belafonte traveled to what war-torn African country as a UN goodwill? Time runs out. Mike Mastandria, 50 points for Second Baptist on 1994. South Houston, here are the leftovers for you. Ernesto Cedillo was the winner in which country's controversial presidential election?
Mexico.
Mexico, yes. Loud and clear for us, please, Kyle. Because of restrictions on catching what type of fish in Oregon and Washington, President Clinton declared an emergency to aid those who have lost their jobs.
Salmon.
Salmon, yes. And singer Harry Belafonte traveled to what war-torn African country as a UN goodwill?
Your answer?
Angola.
Not that war-torn country. As a UN goodwill ambassador finished the question, Rwanda would have been the answer. Okay, it's your turn, South Houston, to select.
Science.
Science is the subject. Start the clock. Here we go. The one found in the center of the Crab Nebula flashes about 30 times each second. Be specific.
Pulsar.
Nerve impulses in the body are transmitted from cell to cell by dendrites and which fibers?
Nerve fibers.
Though inferior in name, it's the largest vein in the human body. Can you name it?
Vena cava.
A number appears above the abbreviation of each element in the periodic table. What is this number?
Mass number.
What is the science of the study of an organism's interaction with its environment?
Ecology.
What is the main source of sodium in most people's diets?
Salt.
Identify the planet with 100% cloud cover that's closest to the sun.
Venus.
A newly formed compound resulting from a chemical reaction is known as the what?
Precipitate.
And that's the end of the round. Did they get 50 points, Mike?
50 points as
50
well.
points for South Houston. And 3 leftovers for Second Baptist. In science, nerve impulses in the body are transmitted from cell to cell by dendrites and which fibers?
Neuron.
Axons. A number appears above the abbreviation of each element in the periodic chart. What is this number?
Atomic number.
Yes. A newly formed compound resulting from a chemical reaction is known as the what?
Product.
Product, yes. So, Each team got exactly 50 points on its subject and picked up 20 points on the leftovers, so no gain or loss. We'll be back to play the fourth and final quarter in just a moment. It's been close all the way, and look at that score. 135 Second Baptist, 145 South Houston. We will now turn to the fourth quarter, stump the experts, and a series of rapid-fire questions until we're out of time. Look at your monitor for this 15-point art question. This, of course, is a painting of Thomas Jefferson, third President of the United States. Tell me which American artist painted it.
Second Baptist, Tom.
Man.
Can you take it, South Houston? The answer is Gilbert Stuart. No score, I have a 20-pointer. The Tuaregs are an indigenous people inhabiting what area? Tuaregs.
South Houston, Kyle.
Alaska.
Not Alaska. Second Baptist, want to try?
Tom.
Mountains of Nepal.
No, the Sahara. For 15 points, which indigenous people dwell in a yurt? Would it be the Mongols, Bedouins, Pygmies, Aborigines?
Second Baptist, Tom.
Mongols.
Is right. A yurt is a circular dome, portable tent used by nomadic tribes in Mongolia. Second Baptist has taken the lead. Another multiple-choice question for 15 points. All of these places possessed one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, except Halicarnassus, Rhodes, Phoenicia, Ephesus, or Babylon.
South Houston, Aaron.
Phoenicia.
Phoenicia is right, and South Houston has retaken the lead. I have a 15-point music question. Which 1955 musical was revived on Broadway in 1993? Listen.
Second Baptist, Brant.
Guys and Dolls.
Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. And little man, little Lola.
South Houston, Rebecca.
Cats.
No, it's Damn Yankees, but Guys and Dolls was a darn good guess. For 20 points, the full name of the country we know as Monaco is the Principality of Monaco. What is the full name of the country we know as Luxembourg? 20 points, if you can get this one.
South Houston, Aaron.
The Duchy of Luxembourg.
Second Baptist.
Second Baptist, Tom.
The Kingdom of Luxembourg.
Oh, I'm sorry, for 20 points, we need to be specific. The Grand Duchy of Luxembourg. So close, Aaron. For 15 points, I have left orders to be awakened at any time in case of national emergency, even if I'm in a cabinet meeting. Quipped what president?
Second Baptist, Brant.
Andrew Jackson.
Not the inventor of the cabinet. South Houston?
Rebecca.
Calvin Coolidge.
Not a bad guess. Ronald Reagan is the answer. For 20 points, it's not on Fox TV, but its main character is a middle-aged loser named Homer Simpson.
Second Baptist, Meron.
The Simpsons.
Name this classic 1939 novel set in Hollywood, the final work by Nathaniel West, South Houston. That's The Day of the Locust. For 15 points, spell the title of the French national...
Second Baptist, Tom.
Never mind.
of the French national anthem, South Houston.
South Houston, Aaron.
M-A-R-S-E-L...
S-E-I-L-L-A-I-S-E. Try this
2 minutes
20...
left.
At the 2-minute warning, a 20-point art question. His portraits tended to flatter his subjects, and his style influenced artists from his time forward. This example is typical of the lifelike quality of his portraits. Identify this artist.
South Houston, Rebecca.
Rembrandt.
Not Rembrandt.
Second Baptist, Mitch.
Degas.
Oh, that's Titian. For 20 points, while in Russia, Queen Elizabeth avoided scheduling meetings with which royalists, whose dynasties have been intertwined with England's for more than a century?
Second Baptist, Brant.
The Czars.
South Houston, can you take it?
Rebecca.
The Stuarts.
No, how about the Romanovs? For 15 points, name the 3 commonly used measures of central tendency in the field of statistics. Mean, median, mode. For 15 points, Austrian composer Anton Bruckner dedicated his 3rd symphony to a German composer whose orchestral grandeur he emulated. Can you name him?
South Houston, Kyle.
Wagner.
That's the one, Wagner, for 15 points. I have a 20-point audio. What bird makes this sound by beating its wings in the air while standing on a...
Second Baptist, Brant.
Hummingbird.
while standing on a log? Listen. Well, we don't want to go back to Winona Judd. We'll just toss that one out. Here's a 20-point math question. A straight line is described by the equation y equals x times the square root of 3 plus 2. At what angle is it inclined to the x-axis?
South Houston, Rebecca.
Second Baptist, at the game-ending tone, you may take it.
Mayron.
2-0.
The answer is 60 degrees. That's the end of the match. The final score is 150 for Second Baptist, 175 for South Houston. The winner, South Houston High School. South Houston has earned the right to return in a few short weeks to play Conroe. I'm Chip Beal, your host. Next week on our show, our contestants will be from St. Pius X and Duchesne Academy. Be with us. See you then.
Up next, celebrate the joys of the home with Martha Stewart's Living. Learn creative and useful tips for gardening, cooking, decorating, entertaining, and restoring from the one and only Martha Stewart. Next on TPRZ Channel 2. Join us again next Saturday when 2 more Houston area teams compete on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge.